Alrighty. Welcome back to a very, 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 very long time coming episode of Protaku. We were on a hiatus for like months.
Yeah.
It was pretty sad. But today we're gonna be reviewing the Attack on Titan film. I'm tripping out at this because look at it's. Do you see those colors?
Is that normal?
I don't think so.
Yeah, don't make this harder for me.
Oh, we're not editing this one. This is not gonna be an edit. I'm looking at the software that's recording and there are these crazy like rainbow lights. Anyway, this is the Attack on Titan movie review.
Jesus.
I'm here with Samuel and Melissa, podcast regulars, and we have Bianca, Melissa's sister, as our guest host. Say hi, Bianca.
Hello.
Woo! So we just literally got back. Probably cannot just literally, but we just got back not too long ago from watching part 1 of the 2-part Attack on Titan film, and we have some thoughts.
Mikasa the Bay. Still.
Forever.
And always. Me and Mikasa just got married.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
You liked it and you put a ring on it?
I put a ring on it.
Nice.
I mean, I guess okay. I'll start with some of my nice thoughts. You know, like you got to do the sandwich, right?
Yeah.
So I thought
No.
okay.
It was
Stop.
bad.
No, it wasn't bad.
Was it was an open sandwich?
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good.
Veggie burger.
So for me, I don't know. I thought the visuals were really strong.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was there were some very compelling moments for me. I think when the Titans were attacking in the beginning, it was pretty compelling to watch the story. That you see it in the anime, but I think watching it actually in live action made it just all the more horrifying.
Yeah.
It was really gory. It was terrifying. Really,
yeah.
it was really visceral, and so I guess seeing that was just really interesting. Being able to see the real life interpretation of something that you've seen in manga and anime, and even though you understand it emotionally as something that was really devastating, seeing it in that way made it even more real, I guess.
Yeah. It seemed more hopeless.
Yeah.
Than it is. I mean, the anime, it's pretty hopeless. But, it just felt more hopeless.
Yeah. Probably because you can connect it to, real life traumatic, events that we witnessed in the news and stuff. Just that, I don't know, I felt like it was really tangible, people's, loss of hope and despair and everything. And I thought that was really compelling. I think the costumes were really good quality.
Mm-hmm.
That's about where it ends for me.
Ouch.
Wow.
The set design was nice.
Yeah, okay, that's good. The location.
Set design was nice. Location, yeah.
There were some moments.
We're gonna keep it technical, yeah.
I feel like there were some moments where the background looked a bit too fake for me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think it was a little bit too stylized sometimes with the cloudy, smoky kind of. Just there was a lot about you can tell a lot of it was done on green screen, but when they were. It looked like they filmed in this one island that's abandoned in Japan because I'm obsessed with abandoned places, and there's an island that's totally abandoned. They filmed Skyfall there, and it's just I think they just evacuated the entire island, and it looked like towards the end of the film where they were when they left the walls when they went past. I think that's or when they went to the that district.
Yeah, to the other city.
Yeah, it looked like that
district I never even knew existed.
Because it doesn't. They just created districts.
District 13.
Yeah. Yep. So that was pretty. It looked really good, and I think what's her name, Hans, right? That's what they we're calling her, Han.
No, I'm like that's not Hans.
Hans. But Hans.
Get your mother out of there, kids.
Yeah. I'll get her. What is it?
I'll kill that Titan or something.
Lickety split. Yeah. Anyway, no, she was probably the best character. She stayed very true. She was the most
accurate, yeah.
To herself, to her character in the series, and was just very crazy and amazing.
Yeah, she's still insane. She's still crazy.
Yeah.
But in a very like charming way. I don't know. She was the best part for me. So that's pretty much where my like this was a good thing kind of sort of ends. Thoughts?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree because I just like I'm still processing what the hell I just watched because like it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either.
You know what? For me, there wasn't a story. So
Yeah.
I just felt like
I agree with you.
I felt like we sat in a theater and we had an experience.
Yeah.
And experiences don't have to be good or bad. They're
Yeah.
not black or white. They're gray. But like when I see films, like for me and what I've learned through like wanting like to make films and just breaking films down, films tell a story, and I felt like we just sat there and it was just like look at us. We're taking the Attack on Titan series and we're making it into live action.
Right.
But there wasn't really a story. Like they kept kind of throwing in these like, oh, this could be there is talk of a rebellion, or maybe there's some like sneaky shit going on. Oh look, there's this suspicious character in this van.
Who looks like an Ewok.
I literally, Melissa's like, what is that? And I was like, it's an Ewok.
Like an Ewok.
And that seemed like to be just the real meat of it. Because other than that, it was just like, oh yes, there are these things called Titans, but everybody knows that. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this movie.
Exactly. Like, you have to know what Attack on Titan is to actually go see this film. Because there's no explanation of anything.
No.
That's exactly what it is.
Except when they set it up in the beginning, which is basically like just this very quick, like, oh, this is a thing.
Right.
But other than that, there wasn't story.
No.
Like, what were we doing? There was...
Right. Who are the scouts? What is everything? It doesn't explain
Apparently there
anything.
really is
It's
no
just,
scouts because like
Yeah.
they were just like this little team that got eaten. And
Yeah.
now there's no like
Yeah, there's nothing. Just...
yeah, like all the branches are just kind of like chilling together, which we know doesn't happen. And then it's just kind of like, oh, by the way, Eren turned into a Titan. Apparently everybody knows.
Oh yeah, everyone knows it's Eren. Like, straight away.
Yeah, they're like, oh, cut him out. This is why the nape of the neck is the weak point.
Why? There are
Why?
people in the
There are
Titans?
people in there? Like, what are you talking about?
It was a bit everywhere, and like, okay, so from one, like, I think one angle that I thought was interesting is that they very clearly did not want to give you the story that you already watched because you could just go watch that, but they wanted to stay true to some aspects of it. So they had characters that were basically like representative of characters that you see and know in the series, like this what's his name, Skishima or whatever.
Yeah.
Fake
Levi.
So
He was a tool.
I did not like him at all, and I love Levi, and I had some problems with him, but basically, so I think like their interpretation of the time was interesting because this was clearly a post-apocalyptic thing, and I think the timeline of the series of Attack on Titan, a lot of people debate about it, but then a lot of people believe that it was actually something that took place in the past, whereas this was post-apocalyptic.
Mm-hmm.
This was like, I mean, just their technology was obviously far more advanced, and then they mentioned things like technology that was from the past that like was like super advanced, and then just it kind of went downhill from there, and now they're just like, oh my god, battery operated things.
Right, but it's completely outlawed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had cars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They had cars.
This is what he can't
They
get
had
over.
flashlights too.
Yeah.
But
But
cars.
the flashlights were fire, though.
Were they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were fire.
Okay.
They're like torches and they
What
were lanterns.
cars?
We're
Yeah.
supposed to believe that they were fire.
I felt like the cars were not even like very how do you say practical. The use of cars, because they're louder than horses.
That's what I'm saying.
You have to carry people in a group. What happens if it breaks down? Like, I mean, horses can die, but they...
Generally, you can put 2 people on a horse.
Yeah, and you can also, like, maneuver better. Otherwise, you're, like, literally herding cattle, like, in, like, wagons. Like, this is Oregon Trail now.
Yeah.
And they're like, we have to... This, and then that, like, we have to be quiet because they're very sensitive to human voices. But not cars, apparently.
Yeah,
Like-
or like the smell of humans. Which we know that's, like, Titans know because they can smell the humans. They don't care about the animals, they care about the humans. So I'm like, there's like 50 odd humans on the road here.
But, but they do the scouting expeditions and stuff all the time in the series. But, like, this got me, too, because they're just like, we haven't been outside the wall since who knows when. And like
Bazillion years
we're
ago.
finally gonna go outside. Do you want to come, Aaron? It's just a lot of it seemed like too in your face easy. You know, it was way too easy. Like that guy that was supposed to be like Hans' character. He was just like, "Hey, Aaron, you should totally join us." And Aaron was just like, "Fuck yeah," you know?
Yeah, and then boom, there he is.
Yeah, boom. And then it was like, character development like pissed me off because like Mikasa was like totally useless without Aaron. Like
She
in the
was so
beginning.
nice in the beginning. I didn't like that. It was like your parents just like died like a couple years ago, or supposed to have died. Why
No,
was
they
all
were
that?
alive.
Died because
They
I think
were-
Aaron's
they were
parents
alive.
were
Aaron's
dead.
parents were the ones that died, but
That's
her parents were
jacked up.
still alive. They were saying something like,
Yeah.
I don't understand it. Because,
Okay.
see, but then it makes me think, like, are they supposed to be, like, is this supposed to be, like, some weird, like,
Alternate universe?
AU where they're older than they were when they first got started and everything, and, like, the wall fell, or the, like, Colossals showed up after they were already, like, older, but then at the same time, like, Colossal showing up was a catalyst that, for, like, their families dying and stuff, so I don't understand. But it just ticked me off because Mikasa's character was just like very clearly like, oh look, this is the love interest. This is the female character that's supposed to be really delicate and very and I felt like they played up how innocent and like kind of like helpless without Aaron she was, just so that we can see her turn into a badass. But like in the series, Mikasa
already a
was
badass.
already hardened because of her experiences. And they make it
OG.
like, yeah, and they pretty much make it like, because Aaron didn't help her in that one moment, like that is what caused her to become such a hard ass.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was because of bitterness, when actually, like, yeah, Aaron was part of the thing that helped Mikasa to become stronger, but it was also just, I mean, she saw her family get slaughtered right in front of her. And, like, it just irritated me the way they did that. Like, she looked so annoyingly, like, couldn't do anything without him. Like, oh my god, like, Aaron, no. And it's just like, dude, like, Armin was more...
He was more
He
useful.
was able to defend himself more than Mikasa was able to defend herself. And in the series, like, Mikasa
Which
was
is
the one
the
that
opposite.
scared everybody away. Because she
They're
was...
like, oh my god, Mikasa's coming.
Yeah.
Run!
And then Aaron's just attitude towards, like, everything. Like, yeah, I hope it blows up and kills everyone. Like, why? Like, why are you this brooding, like,
Yeah.
anti-hero? Like, what is this? Like, that's not, I don't know. I just feel like the characterization was a little off in that way. Armin's character, I feel like, was pretty spot on.
Yeah. I liked Armin a lot in
Yeah.
this movie. I did. I liked him a lot.
I liked Sasha, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I shipped them.
Exactly. Yes.
New ship.
A new ship has sailed.
Yes.
Movie Armin and movie Sasha.
Yes. John was...
I wanted
such
John
a
to die.
snot-nosed
About as
prick.
much as an asshole as you
As you'd
could
expect him to be.
No, you know
But
what?
I feel like,
Screw
you
that
know-
guy.
Like, I don't know, like, in the anime, like, John kind of had his, like, development. Like, if John would have died, you would have been sad. Whereas here's, like, if John would have died, you'd be like,
You would be
"Yay,
cheering.
But
you'd be cheering.
But we're still on the first part.
True.
So he can
Right.
have that arc in the second one, which I
True.
think kind of...
It kind of happened at the end. You
Yeah.
know, it kind of did, especially after they all risked their lives to save his ass.
That's
Yeah.
true.
And
Like,
then
it took,
he
like,
sees
15
Aaron like
people.
he was gonna go after him. You know what I mean? When he was getting eaten.
Yeah.
It did happen, but they kind of lost it when they just put it at the end.
Mhm.
It's like, okay, the last 15 minutes, and then he's gonna have some character development.
The last 15 minutes was where everything started happening. Like,
Yeah.
they could have started that, like, 45 minutes earlier, and I would have
Exactly.
cared. There was this weird side story about Aaron and this freaking character, this
This
side
character
girl.
who apparently does not exist anywhere else but this movie.
Yeah.
No, but her daughter does.
Yeah, her daughter Rico was actually... There was an actual character named Rico. Rico.
Rico's gonna come in. Be called.
No, but there was
Sorry.
an actual character in the anime named Rico. I'm not sure if you guys remember, but I was trying to explain to Fina. But do you guys remember General Pixies?
Yeah.
Guy? Do you remember those three? I don't know.
They
what
all
you-
worked
like
for him when
captains?
they were
Wait,
debating on
When they were
killing
thinking-
Aaron.
Do you remember the girl with the glasses?
Uh-huh.
The annoying one,
That was
the
Rico.
squad leader of that,
Oh.
or no, she wasn't the squad leader. The other guy was the squad leader.
Yeah.
When they had all went out to basically get Aaron
And she was
back.
pretty much like, "Why do we got to risk our lives for you?" Pretty much.
That was her.
That was Rico.
So this girl's daughter. See, I don't understand what they're doing here. They're just kind of doing little nudges to the audience, like, "Hey, remember this? This character.
Yeah, remember this side character. She's a child here."
Yeah, and like then there was that weird like, "Oh, like let me open my shirt so that way like you can touch my boob and I can ask you to be my baby daddy."
What was that entire scene? You have a couple in the corner.
That was the couple.
That couple was
series.
in the series,
remember?
Right? But did they have to take it that far? Like, was this absolutely necessary for them to be in this random city? Getting it out
in their smush room.
Yeah, their smush room is apparently open, and everybody goes.
And then the Titan was peeping,
and he was like, "Hey,"
and then she just died. So it was just weird, and like then I think the most annoying part for me, like the part of the movie that just like literally made me want to like rip my skin off, was when fake Levi was like that weird training scene. Yeah, where, like he was just like, "Yeah, well you have to do this and do that." Like what? And then Aaron was just like, "Yes, this is it."
This is so mean.
He was like Yoda and Luke Skywalker.
And he's just watching him,
and
then like
he feeling himself, and then bam, his leg gets eaten.
Then he gets his leg bit off, and he's like, "Oh well, I guess luck is a part of it too." And then he just walks off.
Like, why are you here? And like, why are we doing this in the middle of an important battle? Like, what is this weird training crap? Like,
right. So you allowed him to get his leg cut off. You just
watching.
You sat there and watched it. And did absolutely nothing.
And then his creepy relationship with Mikasa and that apple scene, which was
that was
I was a little upset with that part because I realized that after he gave Mikasa the apple and after she bit it, his arms were wrapped around Mikasa, feeding her the apple. I was not happy with that.
It was very creepy.
It was very uncomfortable about it. Like,
it was really territorial, kind of like it felt really territorial. Like he was like kind of like showing off something he owns.
Yeah,
to Aaron. It felt really gross.
But even then, they gave no type of explanation on how this even happened.
How the hell did they even meet? She was just like, "Oh, I got eaten, and the baby got eaten, and I got eaten too."
And then clearly she didn't get eaten,
and then she didn't die. So
and then fake Levi trained her.
Yeah. How did she meet fake Levi?
Although the sexiest part of the whole movie was his silhouette and the cave. Because I was like, that is Levi. Like the hair. You saw that? They got me excited until he came out of the light, and I was like, you need to go back in and come out like 5'3" and really angry looking. You saw how he tried to have a little cravat too? I wasn't feeling it.
For that, they should have just put Levi.
Just put Levi and Erwin. I don't understand why they didn't include them at all. I'm so frustrated, but
I don't know.
So I don't know.
Honestly, like now that like the more that like we're talking about it and I'm thinking about it more, this movie really does give me the Last Airbender feels. It's like only for the simple fact it's like, okay, here's
not that bad.
No. That movie was bad, but in this it gives me the same feelings in the
movie
sense
doesn't fall on the scale of bad.
No, that movie's horrible. But that's another story for another day. But I'm saying like in the sense that it's like here's a story, it's already there. You know, and you tried to change it, but you failed when you could have just stuck to the original story.
Because the thing is, as a creator, you don't want to tell somebody a story that has already been told when you have the freedom to be able to tell them another story that exists within that same universe.
Then why do you do the same, why, okay, if then that's the case, why did you just specifically say you were making, like, a spin-off or something?
Because it's not a spin-off, because you have the same characters.
Well, then they should have stuck with the same story.
But that's the thing. If you want to see the same story, then you just watch the anime. They used moments that I think, for the creative team, they felt were pivotal to the characters that they kept in. Like Eren saving Armin and stuff like that. But if we were watching literally everything, like, it would be fun because you're like, oh my god, this is like real, like this is the live action version of the anime that we saw with all these moments, all these characters that we love and everything. Like, but I think they want to try and stay true to it, but also do something different because they can. And because they think about things like, well, now that we're going to do this, like, what if instead of it taking place in like whatever back days time it took place, what if this was post-apocalyptic? What if they were a little bit older? And what if this happened? You know, what if this? And I think it's also a matter of them trying to condense everything. Like, I understand that from the point of view of someone that, like, wants to create stories. I personally don't feel like it was necessary to not put to omit characters and have substitutes. I don't understand why. Why have this character, this Skishima character, but he's basically Levi, unless in the second part he's going to do something in this story that would be totally counter what that character would do, and because that's like Precious character, people don't want to like pin that on them, you know?
Yeah.
I personally don't understand. Like, that was the one thing. I don't understand why, like what the decision, like what prompted the decision to sort of eliminate the other aspects of the other areas of the like military and stuff. Like the military, like all it was the garrison and not even the scouts, but like
they weren't even like they talked about the scouts, but they were never like anybody, you know, who's wearing like, you know, the wings of freedom. It was never identified like this is the scout regiment, you know, whereas like in the anime, like you just know. And then it seemed like the higher ups were the ones wearing the patches of the military police, but that's not who they were. They were just the higher ups. Yeah, it was just... You know, it almost seemed like it was kind of like a ranking system. Almost, where like, you know, the Wings of Freedom patch were pretty much like the plebes, like the rookies. And then you have the garrison, who are just kind of like your middle people. And then the higher up are the military police. You know what? It just gave me this feel like it was this kind of like idea of what happens if like this existed in this post-apocalyptic setting where it's for like the scouts were already a thing and they did their expeditions and they failed and were destroyed, so all those characters were like killed or whatever, but now there's like a new ranking system and there's like a new order or whatever, but we're gonna throw Eren, Mikasa, and Armin in this because what the hell, they're the main characters. Right. Which I think that would have been interesting. But that's what, had like Levi and Erwin and all of them, like had that been like a past thing. Yeah, so basically it's like they tried to do an AU. They tried to do a total Attack on Titan AU, but they wanted to include the three main characters in it, which is why I feel like it's not really working for me. Because they're like, these are things of the past. Like, this happened, but it didn't work. But, like, we're going to try this new system now. Except, this is now Colossal's first appearance. Like, had this been, like, way, way in the future, and then, like, this is, like, a whole... Yeah, there's, like, it's a whole new thing. Yeah, like, new characters and, like, everything. That would have been cool. It's it's an alternate universe. It's just a giant alternate universe. It's almost like a, like... Looking Glass version of the series where things are kind of the same but then they're distorted like a dream almost. It's so odd. It's really odd. It's hard for me to like connect with something where I'm like, you know, that's interesting and refreshing and different, and then it's like, but that's exactly the way it was, so why couldn't you make this that way as well? It was weird. But my main problem, like, this could have been everything we said and I would not have had a single problem with it if I felt like there was a story. I didn't know what we were watching the whole time. I felt like we were just watching things happen because the beginning happened and I thought, okay, so I don't really know where this is going, but after the fall of the wall, we're going to get story here. But then it wasn't. Then it was just like, okay, they trained and now we're going to go on a mission, but then crap went wrong and now Eren is a Titan. You know, it wasn't like, even in training, there was a mission that was like, okay, this is the thing. Okay, yeah, the mission is to go and repair the wall. But how are they going to do this when in the manga they haven't even gotten to the freaking basement? Like, the basement isn't a thing. Like, what? How are they going to explain Eren becoming a Titan when Eren's parents are dead? Like, what are they going to do? How are they going to do it to where? And I think this may be another reason as well. The manga is still going, so they can't have it too close to the manga because the creator is not going to want them to give anything away in the movie that would connect to the manga. They're two separate entities, even though they exist within the same universe. Yeah. So it's like, it's just this weird thing. It's kind of like, I don't know, there's Marvel does stuff like that too, where they'll have like an animated series and like, it's like the television series and the movies, which for a while they weren't connected. But then it's like things would happen in the comics that they wouldn't put in the actual movies for the same reason. Like, they want it to be different, but also not.
I just didn't feel like we were watching a story. So that's like my main thing. I didn't feel like it was a bad movie. I just felt like it was all over the place.
Yeah. It was choppy.
Yeah.
Not so much choppy. It just felt like they were just throwing in
a
lot.
Yeah.
Just, it was like a hot pot of just,
right.
Here's your topic, but here's all the different things.
Yeah.
It was like a medley of stuff from the original series, just kind of in one thing, and there was no actual flow.
There were some parts that were unintentionally hilarious. Because I know we were laughing at some stuff, and we were just like, wow, I don't even know if this should really be funny.
And what was up with that Titan baby?
Okay.
That was disgusting.
Yeah, what was that?
That was really scary.
You know what? My thing also about the Titans was, do you remember that car commercial?
Mm-hmm.
Those look cool. They didn't look like humans. But in the movie, they were like just giant humans with creepy smiles.
I think that's what made them. But I like that about them.
Like that much.
I don't know if I don't know how I feel about it.
I liked more of the CGI look that they had for that car commercial than just having, like, say, any one of us just super big with wide smiles.
Yeah.
And cover up on our body parts.
Yeah.
That was all it was. They were just huge.
But was it just me, or did they actually have, like, female Titans running around?
They did.
Mm-hmm.
That killed me.
Yeah, they did.
That killed me. Because how is Annie shows up and then boom, oh my god, it's a female Titan.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't exist in this universe.
Yeah, because there is no Annie.
I, for a while, thought that boob lady was supposed to be Annie. But then I was like, she's too nice.
Lady.
Boob lady, that's what she's going to be
Boob
called.
lady, will you be the father of my child?
Yeah.
That was...
Aaron Yeager, you are not the father.
That was wild.
No, really.
She's dead.
That was like Aaron's wild ride right there.
Yeah, dude, that was so unnecessary. It was extra.
It really was.
The first time you ever touched a boob, and then there's the Titan.
We don't know if that was the first time he ever touched a
I'm
boob.
fairly certain it was. His reaction, he was like,
Yes, it was.
Well, maybe he was in shock at the fact that she just like opened her shirt and was like whipped her titty out. Like,
I don't know, because I would probably like, oh, okay, this is happening right now. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, very good.
I'm about listen.
He was like freaking out though.
Listen, girl, we ain't got time for this.
Right, like,
There's a Titan right there,
Staring at you.
looking right
He
at
was probably
right there.
wanting to touch the Tata.
He probably did. I mean,
The Titan was like, I never get any. It was really odd. It was
Well,
weird.
if you want to be technical, you don't know how they,
How did the Titan baby get there?
that was an actual freaking baby though. Like it was an actual baby Titan. Like he was chilling in a little hole because like you could. Obviously, he was waiting there.
Or somebody left him in what is like the Titan equivalent of a safe haven.
Maybe
Like, I don't really know.
an abandoned building.
I don't know. Like
It was weird
to me.
I didn't know that they came in baby form.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
But then I'm thinking, like, could that have been the baby that got eaten?
that's what I was thinking, and then it turned into this.
Like, it turned into a Titan?
But like, I don't think that exists in Attack on Titan.
No, but I want to know their explanation because why was he
it could
just like?
possibly exist.
You know what? To be honest, yeah.
Because why was he like? Oh, so that's why the back of their necks are so sensitive. Like
This
now
is
they
what I'm
think
saying.
that it's this accepted fact that there are people in the back of the Titan necks.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, what the hell is this? Like some Resident Evil stuff happening?
Like a virus?
Like you get bit and like you become a Titan?
Because he got eaten and he came out of the Titan, and I feel like they're gonna.
You want to know what would be really jacked up? If that's how it really was in the manga, and now the author has to just switch everything up.
I'm sure they talked to him because I would be really salty. I'd be like,
Mm-hmm. I'd be like, oh no, this isn't coming out. You wasted all this money for nothing. This will not be released.
No.
This
Scrap
isn't
that.
happening. Scrap it.
Scrap it. Back to the drawing board, mofos.
I don't
know.
all in all, I didn't think it was bad.
It was pretty bad. I'm sorry. But you know, Mikasa's still bae when she got that butt. I didn't like her when she was acting all. She was being too much of a girl.
She was. It was too much. Because I wanted to punch her right in the boob. In
Yeah.
the right boob.
Specifically?
Specifically. The right boob specifically.
She was
too dependent.
The way that they made her character was just very annoying.
Yeah.
But I did like Armin's character quite a lot.
Mm-hmm. Just like the one time where you're just like, I like Armin.
Yeah, he was so cute.
He had a plan with the potatoes.
He did, but
he trained Sasha. That's what it was. He's like, here's a potato. What was she doing? What did she think she was gonna do with that bow and arrow?
I mean, I guess she figured it worked.
She shot the other one in the eye. Why didn't she shoot this one in the eye?
Right, the one that was
shot
gonna
him
eat
several
Armin.
times in the arm.
Yeah, he didn't feel that was nothing.
Like, what the hell? Sasha, you're fired.
Yeah, you had one job. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so if we're gonna give this a Protaku Shuriken rating,
0.
Shuriken is that's a bit much.
Right,
Shuriken is our star rating out of 10.
Yep.
Okay, so Sam.
Don't go with me first.
Oh, he already said 0.
Okay, so I would give it like a 5 or a 6 because I thought it was an experience and I enjoyed watching it. I didn't feel like it was a train wreck. Like, I enjoyed watching it, even though I just didn't feel like there was a story coming out of it. I felt like I had to watch, like, I had to sit in a movie theater for, like, 25 more episodes to be able to figure out what was going on. But, like, I didn't hate it. But I didn't necessarily like it. So I felt like it was just a thing that happened to me.
Yeah.
So, like, I will give it a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. I'm gonna give it a 5 just because I don't know how I feel, so it's like right there in the middle. It's like I didn't hate it, but I didn't like love it. So
Yeah.
5.
Yeah. I'll bump it up and give it a 5.5. I didn't hate it completely, but I didn't love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel like if you're a fan of just the series and the universe, give it a shot. Make your own opinion on it.
Yeah.
Sam?
I give it a 4.
I knew it. Lowest score.
I give it a 4. It wasn't great. I didn't like it. It was a lot of things. There was more cons than pros. That therefore, like, it'd be different if it was like an equal amount. That it'd get a 5, but there's more cons than pros, so I gotta give it a 4.
I mean, like, our rating is literally like Attack on Titan, the film, part 1, 5 out of 10. Because it was a thing that happened, and we don't know how we feel about it. So,
But also, I'm putting this in point of consideration. This goes to my 5. Those military police jackets were on fire. Like,
they were cool. So
They were pretty pimp.
I was like, I wear that.
costume design was very good. I want to make my Attack on Titan cosplay, like, accurate to the film just because they used, like, real leather, and the cloaks were, like, they look like something you would want to wear outside in the
Those clothes
cold.
look actually like if you were in, the elements.
That would
It was
be
a
warm.
thick wool. Like, it made sense.
Yep.
Because I kind of feel like the cloaks that are in the anime, I just kind of feel like they're just like little paper cloaks. Like, they can't really, like, they're like little paper ponchos. Like, they don't protect you from anything. Maybe from, like, a brisk breeze. Not actual, like, it's cold outside, put on your poncho.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like, costume design was, like, on point.
Yeah. Legit.
Okay, so there we go. I think all in all, we are about 4 or 5 out of 10 Shuriken. That is our rating. But we will watch the second part. We'll do another episode about that. And I also want us to start a series, maybe Bianca will join us for some episodes, where we watch anime live action film adaptations and talk about it. Because there are some bad ones out there. And I think Avatar The Last Airbender is something that we need to do.
We are not watching that.
I will not waste another hour.
I've never watched it.
She's
And
never
you
seen
shouldn't.
it. We're gonna do it. No, you know what? Even if you two don't do it, we'll do it.
I can't physically bring myself to
We can
lose
drink
another hour and a
while
half of
we
my
can
life.
we can do it as an after dark.
We'll
Okay.
do Jello shots, and based on the different
'Cause me and-
elements, and then we'll watch it.
Because here's the thing: when the last time Sam and I watched The Last Airbender, we literally took notes. This was a thing. We did this as an extensive research project, and we were just like, "This movie is just bad," based upon our professional expertise.
I had a page
the
for
last-
the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, we were just
page.
like, "This is just a bad movie," but the effects were decent.
It was still a bad movie.
But it was still a really bad movie.
Like, they made something ugly. They made Appa ugly.
Yeah, Appa's not
Appa is supposed to be adorable and fluffy.
That's true.
Completely took out Momo.
They got rid of Momo.
Momo was cute.
Momo was a deleted scene, actually.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Momo's a deleted scene.
Nope, I still wouldn't even buy it to see a deleted scene.
Yeah, he was. He wasn't even cute.
He didn't even look like Gizmo. Like,
no, bump that.
He's just funky.
Okay, well, thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you, Bianca, for joining us. And we hope that you tune in next time. We will probably be making a switch from audio to video. So we're excited about that. We'll make a YouTube channel. And, yeah. So let us know what you think about the Attack on Titan film. If you've seen it, you can tweet us at Protaku Radio on Twitter. Or send us a message on Tumblr, Protaku Radio. Or an Instagram comment or something. Protaku Radio. Yep. It was a thing.
And it happened.
Yeah.
And we don't know how we feel about it.
Nope.
Good night.